Good evening, everyone. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello, everyone. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know, guys. Great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So, how are you guys? Okay. How are you guys? It's clear. Good. Great. Fine. Everybody is great. Super fine. Okay, that's good to hear, guys. That's good to hear. So, let me know, guys, how was your day? Like, as in, like, did you guys practice something? Have you guys started learning something? Okay, always related to studies. First of all, that would be my major concern for you guys. So, have you guys started like studying something good? Good, guys. Amazing, amazing. No? How was the day? My day was fine. Like I was pretty late from my work itself. So my first boot camp started almost 15 minutes late. But for this boot camp, I was on time. I was in the office. I was able to take it on time itself. Okay, good. I'm learning React. That's good. I started with Python. Amazing, guys. So always start learning something good, guys. Always start learning as much as possible. Okay, never be afraid to learn anything new. Okay. Okay. Good, guys. So for today, can you guys let me know what have we studied like up till this point of time, guys? What have we studied yesterday? Could you guys let me know? What have we studied yesterday, guys? Could you guys let me know? Okay, we studied about AI, ML, we studied about ham and spam, we studied about data mining, what is data mining in general. Okay, good. We studied about the basics itself, introduction to AI, good, guys. Anything else, guys? We started with machine learning. What is machine learning? Good. Basics, pipelining of machine learning. Good, guys. Okay. Okay, I told you guys that today I will be coming up with a PPT as well. I've got the PPT ready, as you're able to see right over here. I've got the PPT ready as well for you guys so that we are able to get some particular learning resources as well. That is something that I've done today so that we are able to get some PPT to understand the concepts in a much more clear manner as well. You don't have to worry about it. I'll be providing you guys with the access to the PPT today. At the end of the class itself, I'll be providing you guys with the access to the PPT. We'll be having two attendances today, guys. Okay, just remember that today we'll be having two attendances that will be there. The first attendance will be taken up in the next 15-20 minutes itself, and the second attendance will be taken up anywhere in the middle of the class. Okay, so there'll be two attendances today. You will be having 10 minutes to fill out the attendance. So be very alert within the class. Do not tell me at a later point of time that you were not able to hear me, or there were some problems or something like that. Okay, please remember that today you will be having two attendances that will be there. Okay. Okay, good, guys. Okay, so now that has been clear for you guys, we'll be starting out with our class. Can we start with the class, guys? Please let me know. Can we start with our class? Please let me know, guys. Rajita, Pooja, see, if you are not able to see the screen clearly, there may be two particular things that I can help you guys out with. If you are feeling that the screen is a bit blurred, this is a YouTube video. I am able to understand that some of you might be using YouTube for the very first time in your life. So there's a settings icon or gear like icon on the top right corner of your video itself. So you can click on that. You can adjust the quality of the video to 1080p or 720p as well. If still the video is not clear to you, if it is still blurred, you can just take your phone, rub it against your t-shirt, preferably cotton. So maybe your screen is having some dust or something that is stuck right over there. Just clear it out and you will be able to see the screen very clearly. Okay, that will be my suggestion to you. Okay, so let's get started with our today's class, guys. Let's get started. Let me open up our PPT and let's start from right over there. Good. So yesterday we have learned some basics of machine learning. Today we are going to start off with the differentiations of machine learning. What are the different kinds of algorithms that exist in machine learning and how to categorize them. These type of basic idea, these type of basic theoretical knowledge is very important for you guys. Okay, because when you're going for interviews and everything, your projects are important. They will be looking at your projects, but the questions that they are going to ask you guys will be like this itself. So what are the different kinds of machine learning algorithms? Give some examples of them. Give us some examples of the algorithms that you have used. What is the use of that particular algorithm? So all these type of questions will be thrown to you in your interviews. So knowing these type of basic things is very important. This theoretical knowledge is something that is important for you guys to understand. I will make sure that you guys are able to understand that in as simple manner as possible itself. Okay, so make sure that you are listening to this. Okay, and the notes itself will be provided to you guys at the end of the class. I will be telling you guys where you can find these notes as well. You don't have to worry about it. So right now just focus on the class itself, and we'll start out with the learning process right now. So all these machine learning algorithms that are there at any particular point of time is something that exists in multiple different, again, categorize them on the basis of multiple different things. Okay, we're going to see three types of categorization that is there. Right over here on my screen itself, you will be able to see the pointers that are there. So the first type of categorization that is there is whether they are trained with human supervision or not. Do you require an actual human being to sit in front of the algorithm and make sure that it is learning or not? For example, you are having a class has a teacher inside of it. The teacher basically makes sure that you are actually learning it on your like you are actually learning everything that the teacher is teaching you. The second type of classes, you are doing it on your own. You are searching the net, you are collecting the resources, you are learning on your own itself. Okay, so all these type of different type of learning process that is there exists for machine learning algorithms as well. Okay, wherein whether a human interaction is actually needed for the algorithm for the machine learning algorithm to learn or not. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. The first type of classification that we are going to see. The first, we'll start out with this. Okay, we'll start out with this. The first categorization of whether a human supervision is required or not. Okay, whether a human supervision is required or not, guys. That's the first classification that we are going to see. That is supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised reinforcement learning. So these are the four categories that are there: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement learning. So that is on the basis of whether a human interaction is needed or not, or how much human interaction is needed. Okay, both of the pointers are there. Okay, if a human interaction is needed, then how much human interaction is needed. That is the pointer that you have to take the thing. Okay, up till now we haven't taken up any attendance. There will be 2 attendances in today's class. Okay, the first attendance will be taken up in the next 15 minutes itself. The second attendance will be taken up maybe somewhere in the middle of the class. I don't know when I will be taking it. Okay, for those guys who haven't registered for this particular bootcamp, no issues. Make sure that you are attending the classes live every single day. Fill out your attendance on time. You will get the certificates. Okay. Okay, great. So let's continue from right over there. First, we'll try to understand what is supervised learning. Right, I said there are 4 major categories, guys. Please remember these names. We'll be understanding each of these categories one by one. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, the first category is supervised, then unsupervised, semi-supervised, and then reinforcement learning. Okay, reinforcement learning. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Great. So first we'll start out with supervised learning algorithm. The definition of that is pretty simple. In supervised learning algorithm, the training set that you feed the algorithm includes the desired solution called as labels. Okay, so let us try to understand this. Okay, we will not go directly into the definition itself. First, our job is to understand the stuff. Okay, to understand, get a good understanding about the stuff itself. We'll start out with that. Let me find a clear page so that I'm able to type everything properly. Okay, so right over here, I'll make you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So let's assume your model is like a student. Okay, let's assume that your model is like a student. So this is your student right over here. We'll put some hair on his head and he's a student. Okay, this is your machine learning model. Okay, this is the ML algorithm that you have created. Okay, that is the model that you're having, a student itself. Now, most of you guys were in school at some particular point of time. Okay, most of you guys were in school at some particular point of time. Do you guys remember these guidebooks that you had to have? Okay, guidebooks. Do you guys remember that? Please let me know. Do you guys remember the guidebooks that you had in school itself? These guidebooks had like questions, okay, and then answers, then questions, then answers related to every single chapter that you were learning at any particular point of time. These guidebooks had nothing else but question and answers, question and answers, question and answers for every chapter, every topic that you had in school. Okay, I don't remember the names of the guidebooks, but Arihant used to provide guidebooks like that. Okay, so let's assume that the student is going to give some particular exam at some particular point of time. Okay, and he's going to learn from these guidebooks itself. Okay, he's going to learn from these guidebooks itself. Now this is the exam that he has test. Okay, TEST test. This is the test that he's going to have. Okay, the final exam. Let's name it as exam itself. EXAM, exam. Okay, let's name this as exam instead of test. Okay. Okay, it has some kind of exam that is going to be there. Okay, you're having these guidebooks, these digests that you are having at any particular point of time. Okay, so this digest has some 500 questions inside of it, 500 questions and answers. Okay, that are there in this particular guidebook. Okay, that are there in this particular guidebook. There are some 500 questions and answers that this particular person has to learn before giving this examination. So each of these questions, let's divide this into two separate parts. Okay, let's divide it into two separate parts. One is having 400 questions and answers inside of it. Okay, one is 400 questions and answers, and you're having these another part. Okay, that is 100 question and answers. So what I've done basically is I've taken up the book and I've torn off the last 10 pages of the book. The book is having 50 particular pages. I've torn off the last 10 pages out of the book and divided the book into two separate parts. Okay, divided the book into two separate parts, guys. One particular part is 400 question and answers, and the another particular part is 100 question and answers itself, guys. 400 questions and answers and 100 questions and answers that are there. Now these 400 questions and answers, I'm going to provide this student with it. Okay, I'm the teacher. Okay, I am the teacher right over here, guys. I am the teacher. I've taken this guidebook, I've torn off 400 questions from it, and these 400 questions and answers, I've provided it to the student that, okay, here it is, the question and answers. Start learning. Okay, start learning this. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? I've given these 400 questions and answers to the student that this is the guidebook that you are having. Start learning these questions and answers. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So this is not related to programming. Okay, this is not related to programming. This is just common sense. Up till now, everything that I'm talking about is just common sense, guys. If you have common sense, you will be easily able to understand it. Okay, I'm not using anything very like technical or something. Just a guidebook, question and answers. 400 questions and answers are provided to the student. 100 questions and answers. I'm keeping it to this myself itself. I'm the teacher. Okay, this is the teacher. Okay, the teacher is keeping the 100 questions and answers. Okay. So what is going to happen is that the student is going to learn from these 400 questions and answers. It will have 400 questions and answers related to each of these 400 questions as well. And he has to learn that. Now, students are usually of three types. Okay, students will be of three types, guys. The first student will be like, I don't like studying. I don't give a fuck about the examinations itself. I'm just going to look over these questions and answers. I'm just going to turn the pages. Okay, I'm just going to turn the pages. I'm not even going to understand anything. I'm just going to like just read it. Okay. So this is the case. This is the case. This is the case. I don't give a fuck about the exams. I don't want to learn anything. I've read all the 400 questions and answers. That's it. Okay, that's it. I'm a carefree guy. I don't like learning anything. Okay, that is the first type of student that is there. How do you think will he perform on the exam, guys? Will he pass or will he fail? Okay, what do you think will be his performance on the exam itself, guys? Do you think will he pass or will he fail, guys? He will definitely fail, right? He will definitely fail. He will get like 5 marks or like just 0 marks itself, because he has not learned anything. He has not even memorized anything. He has just like turned the pages of the book with an empty mind and this, that, done. I'm not going to learn anything. I don't like reading shit. Okay. He will go to the exam and he will fail. These type of students are called as underfitted students. Okay, these type of students are called as underfitted students. They didn't learn anything, right? They didn't even look at so they were provided with these 400 questions and answers and they just looked over it. Okay, he didn't even try to like memorize anything or something like that. Failed. In the final exams, failed. None of the questions are same. Okay, even if these 400 questions are coming to in his examinations, okay, even the same questions, I'm providing these 400 questions, the same questions to the student, he will not pass, he will still fail. Okay, if I'm providing him the 400 questions itself, okay, he will provide the 400 questions, he will still fail, guys. Why is that the case? Because he didn't learn anything. He didn't even like try to like memorize anything. He just went over the questions. He didn't even learn anything. Done and dusted. Okay, so even if the same questions are being provided to it, okay, even if the same questions are provided to it, he is never going to pass. Okay, because he has not learned anything. The second type of students are, how many of you guys have seen Three Idiots? How many of you guys have seen Three Idiots, guys? Please let me know. How many of you guys have seen Three Idiots? Please let me know. A movie. It's an Indian movie, Bollywood-based movie itself. If you guys have not seen it, I will definitely recommend you to see that movie. Like it usually comes on Sony Max and whenever you are putting it on. But it's a great movie to watch. So in that particular movie, there is one particular character called as Chatur. Chatur Ramalingam. That is the name of that particular character itself. Chatur Ramalingam. Okay. So this particular character has a big flaw. He doesn't understand shit when he is learning. Okay, whenever he is learning, he won't understand shit, but he will memorize. He will rote learn everything. Okay, he will rote learn everything, guys. Okay, you give him a book, he will just memorize it line by line. He will not even understand a single word of it. Okay, it's a great movie. Definitely watch that. But yeah, so coming on to my point itself, there are second kind of students as well, like Chatur, the silencer. Okay, like Arnav has said, Chatur, the silencer itself. These people don't try to, they are not the kind of people who will just look over the things, but they are not the kind of people who try to understand stuff as well. They just like to rote learn everything. They just like to memorize everything. Now, these type of people like Chatur, okay, people like Chatur, if you're giving them the same 400 question and answers, okay, if you're giving Chatur the same 400 question and answers itself as a test, okay, I'm giving Chatur 400 question and answers, he will perform extremely well on that. He will get 100% marks out of it. Okay, he will get 100% marks out of it, guys, because he has rote learned all these 400 questions and answers. Okay, he has rote learned all these question and answers itself. Okay, so all these 400 question and answers, when you are providing it to the student, that is Chatur, he will just rote learn everything. Okay, he will just rote learn everything. He will not even try to understand anything. Okay, so due to that particular factor itself, these type of students will perform extremely well on the same 400 question and answers. But when this particular person goes to the exam, okay, when this particular student Chatur goes to the exam itself, what do you think will happen with him? Okay, in the exam, the questions are not going to be the same. The questions are going to come from various different places itself. Do you think that he will perform great right over there itself or not? Please do let me know. On the exam, on the final exam itself, okay, the questions aren't going to be the same. The questions are going to be totally different. The questions are going to be from various different places. Do you really think that he's going to perform well in that particular exam as well? No. He will perform mediocre at best. If the questions are, some of the questions are same, maybe he will perform mediocre. He might pass, but he won't perform great. He'll be like average or below average itself. These type of students or models, machine learning models as well, that try to learn like that are overfitted models. Okay, are overfitted models. Overfitted students. He has just memorized everything. Okay, both these type of students are shit. Okay, both these students are shit. Okay, because they never learned anything. Okay, they've never gained any experience from it. They never tried to learn anything itself. Okay, then there's third kind of student. Okay, there's a third type of student itself, just like me and you. Okay, not me, just you guys. Okay, you guys are trying to understand everything. You're not trying to rote learn anything. You're not trying to just ignore everything. Okay, you're trying to learn something. You're trying to understand what I'm trying to speak. Okay, these are the third type of students that exist. Okay, when you give them the 400 question and answers, they'll try to understand everything, all the questions and answers. Why is the answer like that? Okay, so okay, what can I learn more about this itself? What I'm able to understand from the past 4 questions that I've learned right now. So they try to understand everything. They try to find patterns in the question and answers. They try to understand as much as possible. It's just like you guys who are paying attention to the class, who are trying to understand what I'm trying to speak. Okay, so these type of students are called the well-fitted students. Okay, well-fitted. Okay, these type of students are called as the well-fitted students that are trying to understand everything right over there. The same particular definitions goes for machine learning models as well. Okay, the same type of definition goes for the machine learning models as well. There's some machine learning models, you provide the data to the machine learning model, they will be like, dude, we don't want to learn. Okay, we'll just look over the data and we'll give you random predictions at the end, random answers at the examination. Okay, the second type of machine learning models that will just memorize all the data, whatever data that you're providing to the machine learning model, it will just memorize everything. And when the actual predictions, actual examination comes into place, they will just be giving you the same answer, or if the numbers are different, then like a randomly generated answer itself. And then there is the third type of machine learning model that you actually want to create. Okay, that machine learning model is called as a well-fitted machine learning model. Try to analyze the data, try to learn something from the data itself. Okay, so that is the thing that you want. Are you guys able to understand that? Are you guys able to understand what is underfitted, overfitted, and well-fitted models? Please do let me know. If you're still not able to understand, just try to understand that the models are nothing else but students. Okay, the models are nothing else but students itself that are trying to learn something. Okay. Is there any use of the first two models? The first two models have just one use. Your model is not learning properly, fix it. Okay, that is its use. Okay, beat just like a student itself. If it is not learning something, beat the crap out of him. Make him try to understand that if you're not learning right now, if you're not understanding this, your entire future is gone. Okay, you have to decide whether you want to go into a BMW in the future or you want to travel into Nano. Okay, that is a decision that I'm leaving up to you. If you want to get a BMW or a Mercedes and you want to have a good package, a great girlfriend, a great boyfriend that is earning a lot, and to travel all across the globe, you need a good job. To get a good job, you have to learn. You cannot memorize everything. You cannot leave everything behind. So for that particular reason itself, you have to make sure that the model is understanding everything, is learning everything itself, guys. Okay, so that is, these are technical terms. Okay, underfitted, overfitted, and well-fitted. I want you guys to understand these three terminologies as much as possible. Okay, as much as possible, guys. Okay, so now let us try to understand the data that we were feeding to the student itself. Okay, let's try to understand the data that we were feeding to the student itself, guys. So data that we were feeding to the student, if you guys remember that particular data, it had questions and answers to it, right, guys? It had questions and answers to it. Please do let me know. For being happy as well, you need to have a lot of money. Those people who say that, so one more thing that I love about money is that only people who have a lot of money will say you that with like money does not matter to be happy. Okay, at the end of the day, when you check their bank accounts, they will have crores worth of revenue and money inside of their pockets. Okay, only these type of people will tell you that, okay, money does not matter. In the initial phase of life, money matters. Okay, you need to get a good job at the end of the day. Okay, then only you will be able to support your dreams and whatever. So right now, if I'm able to teach, okay, right over here, I'm like, whatever the fuck I want to do, I can do. I'm doing like a startup in agriculture. I'm doing a startup in real estate. All that I'm doing it because I've got to a good job. I got a good amount of salary from there. I'm having money so that I'm able to do whatever I like to make myself happy. So money is important. Money is not everything, but everything runs behind money itself. Always remember that. Okay, so right over here, guys, the data that we used, okay, the data that we use at the end of the day is basically questions and answers, right? There were questions and answers. Do you guys remember that? Please do let me know. You had some questions, okay, some questions, and then the answers associated with that. That is the data that we had. These type of data are called as labeled data. Okay, these type of data are called as labeled data, guys. Let's try to understand this. Let's try to understand it. For example, there is this image. Okay, there's this image. Okay, some image. Okay, right over here. Okay, there's some image right over here. I know that my drawing is not that great, but I hope that you are able to see that this image is that of a cat. Okay, this image is that of a cat, guys. I know that my drawing is not great or something, but I hope that you guys are able to understand this. Okay, so there's some image. That image is your question. Okay, that image is your question itself. I'm going to just make you guys understand something else as well. So I've been doing these boot camps for the past 2.5 years. Okay, for past 2.5 years, every week I've been organizing boot camps. Okay, because I love to talk to new people. Just understand this, that there are just two people in my company right now who are just sitting and looking at the live chat, noting down the names of the people who are actually asking for attendance, taking their email IDs from the YouTube account itself and pushing it up to a blacklisted people list. These people who are actually asking for attendance again and again, we are able to understand you are not here for your studies, you're not here for learning, we are not going to give you the certificates as well. Okay, we are here for learning purpose. You'll get your certificate irrespective of whatever is happening. We're not here to learn. We'll make sure that you're not getting your certificates anyhow, even if you have 100% attendance as well. Don't come to me at a later point of time trying to justify your acts. Okay, if you're here to learn as much as possible. I will always be there for you guys. You want notes, you want suggestions, you want projects, everything I will be providing to you guys. But if you're not here to learn, do not waste other students' time who are here to learn. Okay. Good. So right over here, as you're able to see, this is a question that I'm having. What is this image? Okay. What is this image? That is the question. And the answer for that is cat. The answer for that is cat, guys. Okay. So the image is that of the question is that of an image. What is this image, guys? What is this image? This image is a cat. So this is a labeled data. You are having a question, you're having its answer as well. This data is having a question, that is the image, and the answer for that, that is cat. Okay, it is having both the things right over here. Okay, it is having both the things right over here, guys. These type of data is called as labeled data. These type of data is called as labeled data itself, guys. Okay, now these type of labeled data, you require a huge amount of human interaction. Okay, your model can only learn upon these question and answers. So you need to first generate those questions and answers itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. You have to first generate all the question and answers, guys. Okay, so somebody has to sit in front of 60,000 images of cats and then see each of these images and tell that, okay, this is a cat, label it as a cat. Okay, again, new image, okay, it looks like a cat, labeled it as a cat itself, and so on and so forth. So there is a huge amount of human intervention that is there to create this data itself. Are you guys able to understand that? Okay, there's a huge amount of human intervention, okay, human supervision itself to create the data. Once the entire data is created, maybe 1 lakh images of dogs and cats that are there that are already labeled, then you can create an algorithm, machine learning algorithm, that is going to sit on top of these labeled data and then learn from it. Okay, so the first step of actually creating the data, you need a lot of human intervention in these labeled data. And then these type of algorithms that require questions as well as answers. Okay, these type of data that require questions as well as answers itself are called as supervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, they are called as supervised learning or supervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, are you guys able to understand what a supervised machine learning algorithm is? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand what is a supervised machine learning algorithm? Please do let me know. Everybody has understood it? Great, guys. Awesome. You guys are so smart, man. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. So now, not every time you're going to get a label data set, right? You have to create the label data set, right? You have to sit in front of a computer, mark all the images or all the things up right over there, and then create a entire label data set and then provide it to the algorithm itself. So there's a lot of human intervention that is there. That is the reason why it is called as a supervised algorithm, because there is a human supervision that is involved. Okay, there is a human supervision that is involved. Yesterday also I've told you guys I'm not going to repeat shit. Okay, I don't believe in what is repeat as well. I don't even know what is repeat. Okay, you have to write your exact question, that what is that you have not understood. Okay, I'm not going to repeat anything, guys. Okay, if you have not understood something, you have to write exactly what you have not understood. Don't tell me that I don't understood supervised machine learning algorithm completely. I'm not going to repeat anything for you. Okay, if you have not understood something, write the exact question down in the live chat. As soon as I'm able to see it, I will try to answer it as well. Okay, I'm not going to repeat anything. Okay, so labeled data, as you are able to understand, okay, is basically you are having questions as well as answers. Okay, you are having questions and as well as answers. Somebody has to create that data for you. Somebody has to create that data for you guys. Okay, and that is what where human supervision is required, and that human supervision itself is something that is creating our first type of machine learning algorithms that require labeled data. Okay, that requires labeled data itself. Okay, and that is what your supervised machine learning algorithm is. Okay, so I've already given you guys two examples. One is the cat, okay, the image of a cat and then the label for that cat itself. And the second particular example is the question and answers from a guidebooks. Okay, so even if you're not able to understand what the fuck is a image, okay, at least you have utilized the guidebook at any particular point of time where there are questions and answers. Okay, so a human being, a teacher, has to sit, write down all the questions, write down all the answers for that, and then only you are able to provide it to the student. Okay, then only you are able to provide it to the student itself. Okay, so that labeling itself is very important, and that labeling itself is a big problem with supervised learning algorithms. Okay, with the supervised learning algorithms, guys. Okay, the next particular algorithm that comes into mind is so these are the algorithms that exist under supervised machine learning algorithm. Okay, you are having k nearest neighbors, we are having linear regressions, we are having logistic regression, support vector machines, decision trees, random forest, neural networks. Now, not all neural networks are supervised learning. Okay, some of them are semi-supervised, some of them are unsupervised as well. We will be talking about them. But these are the examples of the algorithms that are supervised machine learning algorithms as itself. Okay, these are the examples of supervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, the next particular thing that we are going to learn about is unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Okay, unsupervised machine learning algorithm itself. Now, unsupervised machine learning algorithms, as the name suggests, does not require any kind of supervision to it. Okay, as the name itself suggests, it does not require labeled data. Okay, you guys able to understand this? Unsupervised machine learning algorithms do not require a labeled data itself. Okay, you are just getting an image. That's it. You don't need to have that. Okay, this image is of a cat, this image is of a dog, this image is of a horse. Okay, you don't need to have all that labels itself. You just have 60,000 images. Give me the image directly. I will do something out of it. Okay, that is what unsupervised machine learning algorithms are. You don't need, okay, you don't, yeah, it's more like you are just giving him the questions. Okay, in the guidebook, there are just questions and the student is trying to figure out the answers. Okay, you are just giving him a question book itself that has just questions and the student is trying to find out the answers itself. You are just giving him like 70,000 images of 10 different animals and he is trying to figure out which particular images of which particular animal itself. You don't need to provide any labels to it. Okay, you don't need to provide any kind of labels to it, guys, because there is no intervention of humans right over here. Okay, because there is no intervention of humans right over here. That is the reason why, because you're just providing him with the images. Okay, you don't have to sit right over there, look at all the 70,000 images, label them up first and then provide it to the algorithm. You can just take up the images and give it to the algorithm itself. And that is what unsupervised machine learning algorithm is. It tries to find the solution on its own. Okay, it tries to find the solution on its own, guys. Are you guys able to understand unsupervised? Like, we'll be looking at an example right now. Don't worry about it. Okay, we will be looking at the examples right now. But are you guys able to understand this? So what you need to do, so as you're able to see in unsupervised learning, as you might guess, the training data is unlabeled. Okay, there's no labeling right over there. Okay, and the system tries to learn without a teacher. Okay, it has just some information in front of it. It tries to learn without a teacher being present itself, a self-sufficient student. Okay, so let us check this out as well. Let us look at one example. Okay, so this is the example that we are going to learn. So this particular data set, okay, was of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different kinds of images that we have used right over here. We have some 50,000 images. Okay, we have some 50,000 images. We don't know if a particular image is of a cat or an automobile or a dog or something like that. We don't know that. We have not seen those images itself. What we know is that all these 50,000 images, this cluster of unknown 50,000 images that we have, okay, it is having cats, it is having automobiles, it is having trucks, it is having frogs, ships, aeroplane, horses, birds, dogs, deer inside of it. Okay, we don't know what an individual image contains. Okay, we don't know its label as well. Okay, we have these 50,000 images and we provide it to an unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Okay, we provide it with unsupervised machine learning algorithm itself. This unsupervised machine learning algorithm will then cluster them up on the basis of like the similarities. Okay, so these 10 images look very similar to each other, let's cluster them up together. These 10 images look very similar to each other, and then let's cluster them together as well. So as you're able to see, we have clustered these 50,000 images right over here in this graph. Okay, so this is what the machine learning algorithm learned. Okay, this is what the machine learning algorithm learned. As you're able to see, frogs were clustered together. Okay, cats were clustered together, dogs were clustered together, the deers were clustered together right over here, birds were clustered right over here, automobiles were clustered here, trucks were clustered here. Okay, then you are having ships right over here, ships were clustered right over here, and aeroplanes were clustered right over here. The machine learning algorithm, the unsupervised machine learning algorithm does not even know what these images are. They're just looking at the image. There is no label. They don't know what this image is. Okay, still they were able to cluster most of the images together. Okay, what is the cluster? Cluster is an English word itself. To group together particular objects is what is called as cluster. It's an English word. It's not a technical word. It's an English word itself. If you don't know, you can just get a dictionary, Oxford dictionary, and search about it. Okay, so they have clustered, they are grouped together. The horses are right over here. Okay, the horses are right over here. They have grouped together these images on the basis of their similarities. 50,000 images directly. Okay, 50,000 images directly itself. So, and one more thing that you are able to see, the even though it was done, I don't know why, but if you are able to watch this, just focus upon this, guys. I think so you might find it very interesting that all the non-living things were categorized together: automobiles, trucks, ships, aeroplanes on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you are having all the living things, even without realizing that, even without the algorithm knowing that this is a living thing or a non-living thing itself. Okay, without even knowing that, the algorithm was able to cluster the living and non-living thing together as well. That is the power of an unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Okay, it tries to find patterns within the image. Okay, it tries to find patterns within the image itself, and it is able to cluster these images together based on their similarities. Okay, it is able to cluster these images together on the basis of their similarities itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know that what is unsupervised machine learning algorithms, where you just provide the questions and the algorithm itself tries to find the solutions of that. Okay, or tries to find the solutions to that. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you able to understand the difference between a supervised machine learning algorithm and an unsupervised machine learning algorithm, guys? See, all these theory, I know that practical knowledge is also important. We are having 7 days worth of time. If I'm not able to complete in that, I'll extend the bootcamp by 1 or 2 days, but I'll make sure that you guys are practicing everything that I'm teaching. But the point is, these questions are going to be asked to you guys in your interviews. Okay, they will be asking you what is supervised machine learning algorithm, what is semi-supervised machine learning algorithm, what is the difference between the two, what is the examples that you can state related to that. These questions are going to be asked into your interviews itself, and it is very important. Okay, so we have unsupervised machine learning algorithm in Google Photos. Oh, nice question, very good question, guys. In 5 minutes, you will get the answers for that as well. Okay, in 5 minutes, you'll get the answer whether you are having unsupervised machine learning algorithm in Google Photos or not. And you will tell me that. Okay, you will tell me that. Okay, not me. Okay, and we'll learn something new out of it. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'm so sorry, just give me a second. In supervised, we label the images, only get answers of that particular images. So what happens? So in supervised machine learning algorithm, for example, you are creating a dog versus cat prediction algorithm itself. Okay, you are creating a dog versus cat prediction algorithm itself. So you will start labeling thousands of images. Okay, you will have the first image. Okay, this is of a cat. Okay, this is of a cat, so you label it as cat. Then you are having an image of a dog. Okay, so this is a dog. This is the dog itself. So you will label thousands of images like this. Okay, you will make image like maybe 10,000 cat photos. Okay, 10,000 dog photos. You will be collecting them. You will be labeling them after that. Then you will be providing these 20,000 images, okay, to the machine learning algorithm to learn. Okay, you'll be providing these 20,000 images to the machine learning algorithm to learn itself. And then that whenever you are going to feed in a new image, I don't know what this image is of. Okay, I don't know which particular animal this is of. Okay, you are going to feed this particular image to the machine learning algorithm. It will give you a prediction whether it is a cat or a dog. Because that is the only two labels. Okay, that is the only two labels that it understands. It has learned just about cats and dogs itself. Will be able to label it whether it is a cat or a dog. That is a supervised machine learning algorithm, guys. That is how supervised machine learning algorithms work. Okay. Okay, and these are some of the examples of the supervised machine learning algorithms, guys. Okay, k-means clustering, then you are having DB scan itself, hierarchical cluster analysis, HCA, then you're having anomaly detection and novelty detection, one class SVM, isolation forest, you are having principal component analysis, kernel PCA, localized linear embedding, distributed stochastic neighboring embedding itself, a priori cluster algorithm. So all these unsupervised learning algorithms you will have to learn at some particular point of time if you are going into data science at some particular point of time itself. Okay, it's very important, guys. Okay. Which is the best track, AI or data engineering? Rashmi, to be very frank, you can not get into AI. Okay. To be very frank, AI is a particular field actually where PhD people go into. Okay. You can only choose between data engineering, data analyst, data scientist. Okay. And if you're good at full stack web development as well as data science, then you can go into machine learning engineer as well, ML engineer. But AI is not a field that you will be able to get into at any particular point of time. Okay. So how is labeling done in unsupervised learning? There's no labeling. Right now I said that you don't require any labeling because it is unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Good. Now, next type of usage for your unsupervised machine learning algorithm is dimensionality reduction. Okay, is dimensionality reduction. Now, what do you mean by dimensions? Okay, what do you understand by dimensions itself, guys? Can you guys let me know? What do you mean by dimensions at any particular point of time? Can you guys let me know? Dimensions in normal, like normal English, normal sense. Okay, nothing related to machine learning, nothing related to data science, something. What is dimension? Can you guys let me know? Okay, 2D, 3D, 4D, 1D. Okay, you must have seen like 1D is just like a single line, 2D is basically a drawing itself, 3D is the 3D movies or the objects that you are able to see in your real life. 4 dimensions is like time would be a fourth dimension itself. Okay, so all these dimensions are there, but you don't, like, people say there are 50 dimensions, there are 60 dimensions. We consider ourselves to be living in the third dimension itself. Okay, we consider ourselves to be living in the third dimensions. For us, the only 3 dimensions that are like important for us is time, space, and one more thing is there, I don't remember that. So we consider ourselves with just 3 dimensions. Our life is just in 3 dimensions. Okay, but there are multiple dimensions that are there around the globe. Okay, if you talk to professors and everything, there are 50-60 different kinds of dimensions that are there, but we consider ourselves to be concerned with just 3 dimensions. Okay, so in machine learning as well, there are multiple parameters that you have to be considered with. Okay, let's look at if you want to predict the price of a house itself. Okay, we want to predict the price of a house. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. We want to predict the price of a house, guys. So for example, you are having let's say the location. Okay, how old is the property? Okay, what is the area of the property itself? Okay, you are having how many BHK? Okay, how many rooms are there in the house itself? Okay, you are having the distance to the nearest school. Okay, distance to nearest SCHOOL school. Okay, the distance to the nearest hospital. Okay, how many owners? How many previous owners? So all these different data is there that you have. Okay, that you have right now. Okay, all this data that is there. Now, if you think about it, the area of a house. Okay, the area of a house. Okay, it's like 4,000 square feet or like 750 square feet. It's very closely connected to the number of rooms of the house as well. If it's a 4 BHK apartment, the area would be greater. If it's a 1 BHK apartment, the area would be less. Okay, the relationship between the area and the BHK is very similar, right, guys? Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? The relationship between area and BHK is very similar, right? So why to use both the things? Okay, it does not make any sense, right? It's just creating another field. See, your entire machine learning is basically nothing else but mathematics. Okay, nothing else but mathematics, matrix calculations itself. You're having matrices of like thousands and thousands by like hundreds and hundreds of rows and columns itself. Okay, it's basically matrix multiplications and divisions and integrations and phalana dhimkana. Okay, it is having so much inside of it. Okay, it is having so much inside of it, guys. So to have a column, to have an additional column that is already related to the stuff that is already there, because area, okay, area and BHK is interrelated to each other. Okay, is interrelated to each other. So you can just remove BHK from right over here. You don't have to use BHK at any particular point of time. You can just use the area, or you can remove the area. You can just use the BHK itself. Okay, you can just use the BHK at some particular point of time. Okay, so this is called as dimensionality reduction. You are trying to reduce the number of dimensions that you had to work with. Okay, you are able to reduce the number of dimensions that you had to work with. Okay, so how many rooms are there? That is what BHK basically means if you don't know. Okay, so you are reducing the dimensions that is there. Okay, you are reducing the dimensions that are there, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. You don't require, like, if usually when you're having a data, you'll having like 150 different columns. Okay, 150 different columns itself. You won't be able to understand if they are related to each other or not, or maybe like 3 or 4 different columns together means just one particular column itself. Okay, 3 or 4 columns together is giving you the same results as one particular column. You will not be able to understand those patterns. To be able to figure out those patterns itself between the columns, okay, to be able to figure out that, okay, we don't want these columns at any particular point of time. So which columns to actually remove? Okay, which columns to actually remove? For 5 or 6, you are easily able to see this and understand that, okay, it's fine. Okay, but from a perspective of 150 columns that are there, you won't be able to figure out the patterns that are there within them. For that purpose as well, your unsupervised machine learning model is first used on the data to remove the dimensions, to remove the columns that you don't have to use it. Okay, that you don't have to use. Okay, for example, right over here, using distance from school. If you already know the distance from school itself, you don't need location. You don't need your hospital as well, because if there's a school, there's going to be a hospital nearby as well, because there's a school, there's a fucking school right over there. There's going to be a hospital nearby as well. So you don't actually need the location. You don't actually need the distance from the hospital. So 2 more dimensions can be reduced at the end of the day. Okay, 2 more dimensions can be reduced at the end of the day itself. So to reduce these dimensions, what columns you want to remove, that is where your unsupervised machine learning model can come up. It can see all these data. It can try to figure out patterns within them. Once it is able to figure out patterns between the columns itself, it will give you that, okay, remove these 3 columns. You don't need to require it. That is what is dimensionality reduction. Another use case of unsupervised machine learning algorithm itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So dimensionality reduction is an example of use case. It's a use case of unsupervised machine learning algorithms itself. Okay, it's a use case. Okay. Whoosh. You guys are so intelligent. You guys were able to understand it so easily. That's great, guys. That's great. Okay. So the next particular thing is anomaly detection and novelty detection. Okay. So that basically means like to prevent frauds and everything. Okay. Whenever an anomaly happens. Okay. Whenever an anomaly happens. For example, let's try to understand something. Maybe in cybersecurity. Think about cybersecurity itself. You are having a server, a computer where your entire like code lives. Okay, you don't want people to access your data, right? You are logging in into everyone uses Zomato. Okay, everyone uses Zomato right now, right? Most of you guys must have used it or must have heard about Zomato itself. So you have to log into the platform using your email ID, your phone number, your Google account itself. So there's a lot of different data that you're providing to Zomato. You don't want your data to be leaked out, right? You don't want your data to be leaked out at any particular point of time. So you want to make sure that wherever you're saving your data, okay, that is Zomato's servers itself, it is being saved like completely, like nobody's able to access that from outside. So you can set up a unsupervised machine learning algorithm right over there. So every company does this. This is an actual use case of this. You can set up an unsupervised machine learning algorithm. This just checks the traffic coming to the server. Okay, that checks the traffic coming to the servers, guys. Okay, and any kind of anomaly that is there in the traffic, that this port shouldn't have been accessed. This is something that is very unique. It is out of the blue. It's a normal things that are happening. That is happening absolutely good. Okay, there's no problems with that. This is a new thing that is happening. Okay, just block it right over here. Okay, just block it right over here itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. This is called as anomaly detection. Any kind of anomaly is there, any kind of like a very different thing is happening from the normal routine itself. To be able to figure that out and to be able to stop it right over there is what is the use of one of the use cases of unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Again, there's no labeled data, right? Everybody is coming to access your computer itself. Okay, normally things are happening normal way. Anything new that happened, that is an anomaly, and that you are able to grasp it right over there. Okay, so that is the use case of your unsupervised machine learning algorithm as well. Okay. Okay. So associate rule learning, you can skip it for right now. That is not something that you have to use. Now, before going, okay, before going to semi-supervised learning algorithm, okay, before going to semi-supervised learning algorithm, I will be taking your attendance right now. Okay, this is the first attendance for today's class. Today's class is 90 minutes long. This is the first attendance for today's class. If you are skipping out on any one of the attendance that I'm going to take up today, you're not going to get your certificates. I'm being very clear with that. Don't come to me at a later point of time saying that I don't know, I didn't listen to you. Okay, I'm telling to you right now itself, if you're missing, there will be 2 attendances today. If you're missing out on a single attendance, you're not going to get the certificate. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Okay, if you're missing out on what I'm saying, you'll not get the certificates. You're going to get 10 minutes of time to fill out your attendance, guys. 10 minutes, not a second more. Just 10 minutes. Okay. You're going to get 10 minutes of time to fill out your attendance. The attendance will be posted once in the live chat. Okay, the attendance will be posted once in the live chat. If you're missing out the attendance, nobody can help you out. Okay, nobody. Don't tell me, sir, I didn't saw the attendance or something. That means you were not listening to me. Okay, that means you were not listening to me. Okay, so please make sure you are filling up the attendance in 10 minutes. The class is going to continue after 10 minutes itself. 10 minutes, you can take up a break, you can go and press and come back. Okay, exactly after 10 minutes, your attendance will be closed. Okay, you'll be having 2 attendances today. If you are missing out on a single attendance, will not be able to get your certificates. Okay, being very clear with that, I'm providing you guys with today's attendance, guys, in the live chat. I've already provided you guys with today's attendance in the live chat. It's already there in the live chat, guys. I'm not going to send your attendance again. Okay, you are having 10 minutes at exactly 8:35. The attendance link will be closed. At exactly 8:35, the attendance link will be closed, guys. Okay, set an alarm for 8:35. Is Truecaller an example for anomaly detection? yes, you can think about it in such a way. When you get spam messages itself, that is basically like if anonymous, like if the number is calling somebody again and again the entire day, it flags it off as an anomaly itself. Okay. So like it guys said, guys, like I said, I've already provided you guys with the attendance link itself. Okay. Last time I'm providing you guys with the attendance link. I won't be providing it after this itself. You have up till 8:35 to fill out your attendance. After that, you will not be able to fill out your attendance. There will be 2 attendances today, guys. 2 attendances. We're starting with our class immediately after that, guys. The attendance link is working absolutely fine. There's no issues with the attendance link, as you're able to see. Okay, so after 10 minutes I'll meet you guys. Okay, after 10 minutes I'll meet you guys. Right now I'm just going to hide myself. Okay, after 10 minutes, as you're able to see, I'm still there. Okay, after 10 minutes I'll be coming to meet you guys. At 8:35 we'll be starting out with our class. At 8:35 we'll be starting out our class itself. The link is in the live chat, guys. The link is in the live chat. Okay, so somebody is having a question related to anomaly detection itself, anomaly detection. Let's try to understand something. Okay, you're having a stream of data that is continuously coming in. Okay, for example, using your phone normally, or let's assume like a good example of anomaly detection is costly cars. If you have ever driven a luxury car itself, like a Mercedes Benz or a BMW as well, so in that it has a tracker. Now new cars are also getting the trackers itself, the cheap ones, but in the car itself there's a tracker that is there. It will continuously monitor your driving patterns. Okay, it will continuously monitor your driving patterns itself. Okay, so at any particular point of time, that you are trying to fall asleep, okay, or you are feeling sleepy itself, your driving pattern changes a bit. Okay, your driving pattern changes a bit. So this unsupervised machine learning algorithm is able to monitor that change in the driving pattern and show you a message right over there that, okay, like you are feeling asleep, you want to stop your car, take up a coffee or something and then drive it, because we were able to find some anomaly in your driving patterns. So maybe the kind of how you are holding the steering, how you are changing the lanes, how fast or slow is your car going, okay, how you are applying the brakes, all that data gets consumed, and that unsupervised machine learning algorithm is able to predict an anomaly at some particular point of time, that this is something anonymous. Okay, this is something that is out of the blue itself for us. Okay, so that is how it is basically happening. Okay, that is one of the examples of unsupervised machine learning algorithm doing anomaly detection. So right now I'm just like somebody asked to just give like actually they were not able to understand anomaly detection, so I was just helping them out with the same. Okay. Please give an example of supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised algorithm that we use in our daily life. So supervised algorithm, the example will be ham and spam filter. Okay, we have already learned about it yesterday. Okay, ham filters, ham emails and spam emails. Okay, that is the example of supervised machine learning algorithm that you use on a daily basis. Okay, for unsupervised machine learning algorithm, at any particular point of time that you're getting a message from Google that your account was logged in at an unknown location, is this somebody, like is this you or not? Okay, so that is an example of an unsupervised machine learning algorithm that Google gives you. Have you guys seen that? Can you guys let me know, have you guys seen that message from Google saying that we saw an like a very suspicious login to your Google account at some particular point of time? Okay, have you guys seen that? Please do let me know. Have you guys seen that kind of message that I've seen some kind of suspicious login through your account? Is this you or not? Okay, so that type of thing is also a part of unsupervised machine learning algorithm. That is an anomaly that Google was able to see right over there. Okay, as you guys, so that is an example of unsupervised machine learning algorithm in your daily life. Semi-supervised, we have not yet started with it. Once we are able to understand semi-supervised, then we'll be moving towards like understanding an example for that as well. Okay, so YouTube is also having this algorithm, like it sometimes gives pop-ups from time to time, break or time to sleep or something. Yeah, so no, like for example on YouTube you might have seen that it comes on like after a few minutes of you watching the videos, a few hours of you watching the video, it pops up a star that you are currently watching it or not. Okay, you can just pause it and go to sleep or something. That is also an unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Okay, Himanshu, just reload the page. Himanshu, just reload the page itself. Okay, it's working absolutely fine, as you're able to see right over here. People have filled up their attendance. You can just reload the page once again. You guys are having 5 more minutes, guys, to fill out the attendance. You're having 5 more minutes. Okay, fill out the attendance. Which algorithm is used by ChatGPT? So usually in the practical function itself, in the practical environment itself, no algorithm is actually using a single algorithm for its use. For example, ChatGPT, if you are seeing that, that's a new thing that is coming up right now. It's catching a lot of trend as well. It will never use a single algorithm. Okay, it will mostly be deep learning itself, but it will be having layers and layers of algorithm to actually train it. Okay, I will be telling you guys about one of the algorithms when we will be learning about semi-supervised machine learning algorithm itself. Okay, then you will be able to understand that in the practical format, in the practical world itself, it's never a single algorithm that you're using. You're using a bunch of algorithms together, one on top of the other, to be able to use it. Okay, see, those guys who are late in today's class, I've already told you guys, I'm not going to send you the attendance again. Okay, if you're late in today's class, you are not going to get the link as well. Okay, be in like on time in the class itself. Rakesh, you will know where the attendance link is there if you were there live in the class. Okay, Mary, just reload the page 2-3 times, you will be able to make it work. So job or startup, which one is better? Of course, first of all, get a job. Try to understand how the commercial work works. Get some money into your account using those jobs itself. If you have a good startup idea, I will definitely suggest you to pursue that with your job itself. Once you're able to get some money out of it, then move on to like anything else. Okay, at any particular point of time. Guys, if you think that I'm a fool, you can fool me, but the attendance thing is working, as you're able to see. 2,000 people are not idiots that are able to fill up their attendance itself. You have 3 more minutes to fill up the attendance. What is the difference between machine learning and data analyst? Data analyst is a position, machine learning is a concept. Okay. Where can we get the links to the notes? So I will be telling you guys at the end of today's class itself. You don't have to worry about it. Are you teaching us from office or from home? So I'm teaching it from the office itself. ChatGPT is not true always, right? Of course not. It's an AI. Of course, AI will make a lot of errors as well. So majorly we have 2 types of machine learning algorithms. Yes, majorly you have 2 types of machine learning algorithms, but I'll tell you 4. Okay, you're going to learn about semi-supervised as well as reinforcement learning together. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so 1 minute for attendance, guys. 1 minute for attendance. 1 minute for attendance, guys. If you were there in the class itself, you would have got the attendance. So you can just leave from the class if you don't want. So just to make sure that you guys understand that coming late in the class, you are not going to get the attendance itself. Okay, I've always made up a rule that if you guys are missing out on a 1 attendance, I will pardon it. Okay, you are having 7 more days. If you are missing out on 1 attendance, I will pardon it. No issues. I am able to understand that you were missing out on a single attendance in 7 days. I'm able to understand that. I'll still give you the certificates. But from next attendance, if you're missing out on a single attendance itself, you're not going to get the certificates. I'm being very frank with that. Okay? I'm being very frank with that, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? So the alarm has ran off. Okay, the attendance link will now be closed for today. Those guys who were not able to fill out their attendance, you are being given the last chance today. Okay, you are able to get the last chance today, guys. Okay, if you are missing out in any particular attendance, moving further from today, you are not going to get these certificates. Okay, if you don't understand it, like what we are doing right over here, we cannot help you guys out at any particular point of time. Okay, we cannot help you guys out at any particular point of time itself. Of course, I'm not going to pin it up for latecomers. I know they are latecomers. I'm able to understand that. I'm not dumb. Okay, I've been conducting boot camps for 2.5 years. I've been in the IT field for 7 years. I've been a student as well, just like you people. Not from a very good college, but from a good enough college itself. So I know what shit that you guys try to pull up on me. I know every kind of things. Okay, and I don't really trust you guys at any particular point of time. Okay, like I said, at any particular point of time, guys, like I said, if you are missing out on one attendance, I'll help you guys out with it. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, one attendance gone in 7 days, I'm able to understand, you will still get your certificates. But if you're missing on 2 attendance, then you're not going to get any certificates from our end. Because you're not there in the class, you're not listening to me, you're not learning anything right over here. You're not going to get any certificates. Today there will be another attendance that will be there. Okay, there are 2 attendances today. 1 attendance has been done. Okay, 1 attendance has been done. There is another attendance that is going to be there. Don't miss out on that. You have already got the first attendance fucked up. Okay, you're not going to get the second attendance. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. I'm not going to pin the link at any particular point of time. If you are listening to me, you will know that the link exists in the live chat. If you are not listening to me, you're not paying attention on the class itself, you will never know where the link is. Okay, you will never know where the link is, guys. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. 1 attendance is gone, no issues. I will help you out with that. Okay, you can just ignore that 1 attendance. I will ignore it. 1 attendance gone, no issues in that. But at any particular point of time from now onwards, if you are missing out on a single attendance, you are not going to get these certificates. Okay, there are 2 attendances every single day. There will be 2 attendances every single day, guys. Great. So let's start with the class, guys. Let's continue with the class. Okay, now we are at semi-supervised machine learning algorithm. Okay, we are at semi-supervised machine learning algorithm itself. Now, semi-supervised machine learning algorithm is something that you guys must have seen. So Google Photos. How many of you guys have used Google Photos, guys? Please do let me know. How many of you guys have used Google Photos, guys? Please do let me know. How many of you guys have used Google Photos, guys? Please do let me know. So in Google Photos, have you seen that suggestion at some particular point of time? Like it will show you a picture and then it will ask that, who is this? Okay, it will show you a random ass picture, okay, of a particular person like holding a bottle and smiling like, and it will just ask you that, who is this particular person? Okay, you will write that, okay, this is Shaurya, okay. And then it will show you like, are these 5 photos of Shaurya itself? Okay, or are out of these 6 photos, how many photos are there of Shaurya? Okay, it'll ask you this particular question itself. Have you guys seen that? Please do let me know. Have you guys seen that? Please do let me know, guys. It will first show you an image. It will ask you who is this particular person. You'll write, yes, it is Shaurya. Then it will show you 5 more images of Shaurya and it will ask, are these pictures of Shaurya? You will say, yes, it is a pictures of Shaurya itself. Okay, and then immediately after that, you are having one folder with like 200, 300 pictures of just Shaurya. Okay, so that is a clear-cut example of semi-supervised machine learning algorithms, guys. Okay, that is the clear-cut example of semi-supervised machine learning algorithm. So let's try to understand how that works. Okay, let's try to understand how that works, guys. Okay, first you are having some like, if you are a girl, then you are having some 50,000 pictures on your phone. Okay, and if you are a guy, then you are having some 50 photos on your phone. Okay, there's just 2 types of people in this world. Okay, one males and one females. Okay, male has almost 50 pictures on the phone. Females have 50,000 pictures on the phone. Okay, same time frame itself. So what happens right now is you are having these 50,000 pictures on your phone itself. I'll take up the larger number. Okay, males, even Google is like, dude, just click some more pictures, man. Okay, so we have these 50,000 pictures on our phone itself, right? Now, what Google will do is it will run an unsupervised machine learning algorithm on that. Okay, Google will run an unsupervised machine learning algorithm on these 50,000 images and categorize them into various different categories based on the faces. Okay, based on the faces. And so, for example, ocean. Okay, maybe beach. Maybe like some particular face itself. Maybe some other face that is there. Okay. and so on and so forth. It will categorize them. Okay, it will categorize them into various different categories using an unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Are you guys able to understand the first step that is there? Okay, are you guys able to understand the first step that is there, guys? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand the first particular thing that is there, guys? You're having these 50,000 images. Google will run an unsupervised machine learning algorithm on that. Okay, it will cluster all the images based on their similarities itself. We have already learned about it. We have already seen it when we were learning unsupervised machine learning algorithms itself. Okay, so the next thing that happens is then it will take up one particular cluster. Okay, Google will be like, yes, this is the first cluster that I'm having, and he will pick up one particular image from that, and he will ask you that who is this particular person? Okay, who is this particular person? Can you tell me? I've taken up one particular image from the clusters that I've created. I've created, like, let's say 50 different clusters. Okay, I've created 50 different clusters itself. Then it will take one cluster, it will take one picture out, and it will ask you, who is this particular person? Can you let me know? Okay, for example, right over here, you'll ask you, who is this particular person? Can you let me know? Okay, and then you will be like, she is Suzy. Okay, she is Suzy itself. You'll write type, okay, Suzi, Suzy. Okay, then it will show you 10 more images of Suzy, and it will ask you how many of these. So from the same cluster, okay, from the same cluster itself, it will take out 10 people, okay, 10 images from that same cluster, show you those 10 images and tell you that, okay, how many of these images are that of Suzy? Okay, how many of these images are that of Suzy? You will be like, yeah, okay, all out of these 10, 9 of them are from Suzy itself. 9 of these are Suzy's image. Now it has got 10 images. The first image that it showed to you that you labeled as Suzy, and the next 9 images that you selected that were of Suzy itself. So you're taking 10. Okay, you're getting 10 images, labeled images from the user of Suzy. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Google is getting 10 labeled images of Suzy. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand that you are getting 10 labeled images of Suzy at this particular point of time? Okay, then you utilize these. Then what Google does it gets 10 images of Suzy. It's like, I got labeled images, I got labeled data, and then it runs a supervised machine learning algorithm on that cluster of images. Okay, so it had 50 different clusters. Every cluster had 1,000 images itself. It will take those 10 labeled images and run a supervised machine learning algorithm on those 1,000 data, 1,000 cluster of just Suzy images itself, and it will separate it into guaranteed Suzy images. I don't know what the fuck is this. It will cluster them into 2 different parts. Okay, guaranteed Suzy images, labeled Suzy images itself using the labeled data that you provided to Google, and the rest of the images that it also does not know. That I'm not just able to find Suzy in these images. I don't know what this is. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So this level, that first you are having a unsupervised machine learning algorithm that is able to create clusters out of it. Then you are having a supervised machine learning model on top of it that is able to take on some labels from you and run the supervised machine learning algorithm on the cluster itself. Okay, so you're having multiple algorithms that are there, not just a single algorithm. They're having multiple algorithms that are there, and these multiple algorithms is what is helping you guys out to create your Google Photos. So both supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithms come together. Okay, come together to find a common ground, and that is called as semi-supervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, that is called as semi-supervised machine learning algorithms itself. Okay, if you're still not able to understand it, do one thing. First, try to use Google Photos. Okay, or just go on YouTube, find how Google Photos works. Okay, understand the Google Photos itself, then come and watch this particular part of my lecture once again. You will be able to guaranteed be able to understand what semi-supervised machine learning models are. Okay, this is the most easiest example that I'm able to make you guys understand. I don't have a simpler example than this. This is the one thing that we are able to understand it, that you guys will be able to understand if you have used it or not. OnePlus or Huawei phones have the ability to recognize faces, label those images with the respective names without any human intervention, which would that come under unsupervised. So if you are just like categorizing images on the basis of faces, but you are having no names on top of it, okay, even OnePlus and Huawei also ask you that is this Shaurya, okay, label this particular image, who is this particular person. If you are doing even a single label, then that becomes unsupervised, sorry, that becomes semi-supervised machine learning algorithm, okay. There's a huge difference between semi-supervised learning algorithm and reinforcement learning algorithm. Huge. Okay, reinforcement learning algorithm is my favorite algorithm. Okay, my favorite. If you ask me what is the best algorithm in the entire world, I will tell you reinforcement learning algorithms, man. Way over the others. But the problem with reinforcement learning algorithms is there are no fucking jobs in reinforcement learning algorithms. Not a single job in India related to reinforcement learning. But I just love reinforcement learning. I don't know why, but the kind of information that you can gain through reinforcement learning, the kind of projects that you can create in reinforcement learning, it's just amazing. But there are no jobs in reinforcement learning. Most of the jobs that are there is in like all the semi-supervised, unsupervised, supervised learning algorithms, deep learning, machine learning, data engineering, data exploration, all these kind of jobs are there. But my true love is basically reinforcement learning. And you guys will be able to understand it in just 5 minutes itself. Okay, if you look at the example that I'm going to give you guys right now, you will be able to understand why everybody should be in love with reinforcement learning, but nobody should be practicing that. Nobody should actually learn it, okay, because there are no jobs. This is not the right age for you guys. Right now I am totally into reinforcement learning. I only do projects in that. But because I'm at a stage of life where I don't have to learn like something related to getting a job. First get a job, damn it. Okay, get a job, okay, get good placements, earn top bucks at any particular point of time, then do whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's start with reinforcement learning, my true love. Let's start with that. Okay, so reinforcement learning algorithms are a separate beast on its own. Okay, it's a separate thing. Okay, it is something that is like to the next level itself. I hyped it up so much. Let's make sure that it lives up to the hype itself. Okay, so I have a dog. I have a golden retriever, and I have 2 cats as well. Okay, I have 2 cats as well. Okay, the first particular cat is both the cats are Persian, and a black cat and a white cat, and I have a golden retriever as well. So these are the 3 things that I have. Let's assume that you guys are in my spot. Okay, let's assume that this is you. Okay, we'll put a good hat on your faces as well. We'll make you look like a champ. Okay, and then you have just got a new puppy. You were like, Shaurya has a dog. I also want a dog. Okay, you got a new puppy at your house. I know this does not look like a puppy, but just think that it looks like a puppy itself. Okay, so this is the puppy. I know this is not a very good dog. Okay, but think that it's a puppy itself, guys. Okay, I don't have a very good drawing. Like, it's like Picasso. Okay, yeah, you're not able to understand shit. So I'm like, modern art. Okay, but yeah. So this is a puppy that is there, and you have got this puppy to your house right now. You want to train it. Okay, you want to train it. Your house is now what we refer to as not enrollment, your environment. Okay, your house where you are going to keep the puppy. Okay, this is your house. This is the environment that the dog is going to be in for the next few days. Okay, it's called as the environment. ENVIRONMENT. The environment which the dog is able to interact with. Okay, which the dog is able to interact with. That is the environment. That is the house that you are currently living in. Your dog is referred to as an agent. Okay, your dog is referred to as an agent. This is the machine learning algorithm that you have created, the reinforcement algorithm that you have created. That is the dog itself. Okay, now how are you going to train your dog? Okay, how are you going to train your dog, guys? So you're going to say you're going to have a Scooby biscuit. Okay, for those guys who have seen Scooby-Dooby-Doo at some particular point of time, there's something called as a Scooby biscuit. Okay, the Scooby biscuit is like the best particular like treat for the dogs. Okay, dogs dig it, dogs love it. Okay, this is the kind of treat they will do anything for that treat itself. Okay, you're having this Scooby biscuit that is there. Now you tell the dog sit. Okay, you're training the dog itself. You issue a command. Okay, the command is sit. Okay, this is the command that you are issuing to the agent itself. Your agent does not understand what is sit. Okay, it has just one purpose. This is again, guys, my pen fell down. The agent, that is the dog, has only one purpose in the entire world: to maximize the number of Scooby biscuits that it is able to get. Okay, that is the only aim of this dog. Maximize the number of Scooby biscuits that it can get. That's it. That is the only particular job of this dog. So when you say sit, okay, the dog does not understand shit. Okay, what you're saying, he is not able to understand anything. Okay, he will try to jump. Okay, he will try to jump. You will issue a negative feedback to this dog. Okay, the dog tried to jump. Okay, you will issue a negative feedback to the dog itself. A negative feedback, like bad dog. Okay, you issued a negative feedback to the dog saying bad dog itself. So the dog is like, oh, shit, if I am jumping, I'm not able to get this Scooby biscuit. Okay, I'm not able to get this Scooby biscuit at any particular point of time. Instead of that, I'm getting a negative feedback from my owner. I'm getting a negative feedback right over here. So you will again say sit. Okay, again it will try to roll out. Okay, it will try to roll on its back itself. Again you will say bad dog. Okay, again you will say sit. Okay, and the dog sits this time. Okay, the dog sits this time, guys. So you give the dog a Scooby biscuit. Okay, you give the dog a Scooby biscuit. You say, okay, good dog, okay, great dog, and something like that. So now according to the dog, that is according to the agent itself, it is creating a hypothesis in his mind. Okay, that every time, no matter what the owner is saying, every time if I am sitting, okay, at every time that I'm trying to sit itself, okay, no matter what my owner is saying, if I sit, I will get a Scooby biscuit. That is the hypothesis that the agent has created. That every time that I sit, no matter what my owner is saying, I will get a Scooby biscuit. Now you want to teach your dog another trick. Okay, you want to teach your dog another trick. So instead of sit, you tell him to jump. Okay, instead of sitting, you tell the agent to jump, the dog to jump. Now, according to the dog, their aim in life is to maximize the number of Scooby biscuits that it is able to get. Okay, that is its aim. To maximize the number of Scooby biscuits that it is able to get, guys. That is its aim itself. Okay, so as soon as you say jump, okay, the dog again sits. Okay, the dog again sits. For according to him, every time that he will sit, he will get a new Scooby biscuit. It will get a new Scooby biscuit. You again say bad dog. Okay, you again say bad dog. You again give a negative feedback to him. Okay, you again give a negative feedback to him. Now, according to the dog, its hypothesis has been broken. According to the dog, it was like every time that I said, no matter what my owner is saying, I will give it a Scooby biscuit. But I sat, I didn't get a Scooby biscuit. I didn't get my positive feedback itself. Okay, I got a negative feedback. That means it will create a new hypothesis. It will create a new hypothesis that, okay, every time that my owner says sit, and then only I'm sitting, I will be able to get a Scooby biscuit. Otherwise, I will not be able to get a Scooby biscuit. Okay, for jump, again, he will do 2-3 things. You will again give him a negative feedback. He will jump and he will give him a positive, he will give him a Scooby biscuit. He will create a new algorithm itself that, okay, every time that you say sit, I get a Scooby biscuit. Every time you say jump, I get a Scooby biscuit. And that is how this agent is able to learn. And that is how most of the things in your daily life, you yourself, okay, you also get this from your parents, right? That if you top this particular class, or if you get into IITs or NITs, I will get you this. So that's a positive. You are getting something in return for what you're doing. Okay, so that reinforcement, okay, this reinforcement that is there, using a particular like treat itself, okay, using a particular treat itself is what is the basis of reinforcement. These rewards that you are able to get, even you as well. That if you do good in this particular exam, you will get a medal, you will get a certificate, you will get a bike from your father. Whatever the case, if you get a job, your first job will give you a car itself. So all these are rewards that you are able to get. And your aim in life is to maximize the number of rewards that are there, and you work according to the same. So this reinforcement learning concept is there from a very long period of time all around you at any particular point of time, guys. And that is what reinforcement learning is. All your robots and everything that you hear about. Have you heard about Asimo the robot? Have you guys learned about Asimo the robot, guys? Can you guys let me know? So I will just show you guys. Asimo the robot was the first robot created by Honda that was able to walk on its own. Okay, I will show you guys the image for Asimo the robot. So this is Asimo the robot, guys. This is the very first robot that was able to walk on its own. Okay, that was able to walk on its own. It was created by Honda. It was one of the biggest things when I was a kid. Okay, a robot that can walk on its own. It does not require any remote controls or something. It has its own brain. It can walk as fast as possible. It can climb up stairs as well. And that was everything that was created. And this entire robot was able to learn using just reinforcement learning. Just reinforcement learning. It used reinforcement learning to learn how to walk. Most of the robots, even chat GPT and everything that is there, is an accumulation of various different things, including reinforcement learning. Most of the robots that you are ever able to see, for example, the dog robot that was created by, I don't remember which particular college in India, robot dog, I don't remember the college. Okay, this Boston Dynamics. Okay, you must have seen this particular robot. It was there on this Lewis channel as well. This is the Boston Dynamics robot dog itself. It is able to walk, it is able to run, it is able to climb stairs, it is able to fetch balls and everything. All that has been created using your reinforcement learning. Okay, so reinforcement learning is so huge in the robotics market that you cannot even think about it. Okay, so now we'll conclude this class. But before concluding, I want an answer from you guys. Okay, what are the 4 different machine learning algorithm models that are there? What are the 4 different types of machine learning algorithms that are there, guys? Can you guys let me know? What are the 4 different machine learning algorithms that are there, guys? Can you guys let me know? Supervised learning, good. Okay, next, what is there? Semi-supervised learning, good guys. Unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. That's absolutely great, guys. Supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement learning, semi-supervised. Please remember this, guys. Please remember this. Do not forget about it. From tomorrow onwards, in the first half, we'll be doing our final theory work. In the second half, we'll be starting out with the practicals. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, our practicals are going to start. There will be 2 attendance every single day. If you are missing out on one of the attendance, no issues. I can guarantee you that it will not affect your certificates. But if you are missing out another attendance over the next period of days itself, we are having almost 5 days more. If you are missing, and there will be 10 attendances in the next 5 days. If you are missing out on a single attendance, you will not be able to get the certificates. 1 attendance, today you have realized that anywhere in the middle I will be taking the attendance. I will not be providing the link. I will not be pinning up the link as well. If you're not focusing in the class, you will just miss out the attendance. That is all that will happen with you guys. If you're not focusing upon the class itself, you will just miss out the attendance, and I will not be able to help you guys out with that anymore. Okay, great. So right now, before moving further, the PPT that I'm currently using, okay, the PPT that I'm currently using, I'll be uploading it tonight on the Discord servers. Okay, so this is a video that you're currently watching. I'm telling you guys where you can find the PPT that I'm using in today's class. Before giving the attendance, I'm telling you guys where you can find the PPT for today's class, guys. If you go to the description of the video itself, okay, I'm telling you guys where you will be able to find the PPT for today's class. I'll be telling it only once. Please focus upon this. Okay, please focus upon this, guys. I'm telling you guys where you will be able to find the PPT for today's class, guys. Okay, this is the video that you're currently watching. Okay, this is the video that you're currently watching, guys. Go to the description of the video itself. Go to the description of the video, scroll a little bit longer. We'll get this link to the Discord channel. Okay, we'll get this link to the Discord channel, guys. Okay, this is the link that is there, the Discord channel. Okay, so click on this particular link. I will open this up in the new particular column itself. Click on this particular link, guys, to our Discord channel. I will open it up using my own account so that you are able to see this. Okay, so this is the Discord channel that we are having. Okay, this is the Discord channel that is having. Like I said, this is where you will be able to find the notes. Okay, this is where you will be able to find the notes itself. Okay, so as you're able to see it, it's working absolutely fine. There's no issues whatsoever with the link itself. Okay, we are not going to provide the notes anywhere except the Discord channel. Okay, we are not going to provide the notes anywhere except the Discord channel. I'm being very clear with that. Do not ask me at a later point of time. Okay, so right over here, if you scroll down a little bit below, we are having some 56,000 people on our Discord server as well. Right now, it is the largest Discord server in India related to education, the largest in India right now. So as you're able to see, the link is working absolutely fine. There's no issues with the link whatsoever. The Discord channel is working absolutely fine. There's no issues with the link. Right over here, if you scroll down below, itself, you'll be able to see resources for boot camps. Okay, you will be able to see resources for boot camps. I'll be uploading the resources right over here tonight. Okay, I will be uploading the PPT right over here tonight itself. You'll be able to see the name of this particular boot camp. Okay, machine learning using Python and SKLearn. You will be able to see the name of this particular boot camp and resources, and from there you will be able to get the access to the notes. Okay, this is the only place that you are going to get your notes, nowhere else. Okay, the only place that you are going to get your notes, nowhere else, guys. Okay, second thing, any kind of, like, we are having resume building sessions, LinkedIn optimization, GitHub building, competitive programming, okay, networking, okay, we are having job postings, okay, we are having our internship postings as well right over here. So if you guys are interested in that, you can join the Discord server at any particular point of time. Okay, it will be great to have you guys right over here as well. I've already provided you guys where the notes will be made available. Okay, it will only be available right over here, nowhere else. Okay, nowhere else. Okay, so I've already provided you guys right over there. I'm going to provide you guys with the attendance link for today, the second attendance link for today, guys. Okay, the first attendance has already been taken up. Those guys who have those guys who are not able to fill up the first attendance, I'm giving you guys one last chance. Okay, don't come to me from the next particular class itself saying that I've missed out on the attendance. I won't be able to help you guys out. Okay, so I'm going to save it right over here. Open up the attendance as well. The attendance link is working absolutely fine, like I've just shown to you guys just 5 minutes ago. Okay, it is working absolutely fine. There's no issues with that. Okay, so I'm going to provide you guys, so like I said, okay, the link to the Discord server is down in the description of the video itself. The link to the Discord server is down in the description of the video itself. Okay, those guys who have missed out on the first attendance, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, one attendance pardon, I'm giving it to you guys. But if you're missing out on any particular attendance from now onwards, you're not going to get these certificates. Okay, so right over here, guys, we are going to provide you guys with the attendance link. Okay, you're going to get 7 minutes to fill out your attendance. 7 minutes at exactly 9:10. I will be closing the attendance, guys. At exactly 9:10, I will be closing the attendance. At exactly 9:10, I will be closing the attendance, guys. Set an alarm for 9:10. I'm going to close the attendance at 9:10, guys. I'm going to close the attendance at 9:10. Okay, you're just going to get 7 minutes to fill out your attendance. Okay, the attendance is working absolutely fine. There's no issues with the attendance whatsoever. You are having 7 minutes to fill it up. Okay, so you are having 7 minutes to fill out your attendance, guys. At exactly 9:10, the attendance will be closed. Okay, the attendance will be closed exactly at 9:10. Okay, so I've opened up the attendance, guys. As you're able to see, people have started filling it up as well. People have started filling it up. I'm not longer going to provide you guys with the attendance. Okay, it has been on the screen for 1 minute. That is more than sufficient itself. Thank you so much, guys, for being there in today's class. Okay, and we'll meet tomorrow exactly at 7:30. Please be on time, otherwise you will miss out on your attendance. Okay, and we'll continue from right over there, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Okay, thank you, guys. This is a general question. Why are you so rude regarding the attendance, Aditya? Because if I'm not rude, then you guys who are actually attending the classes, who are actually learning right over here, okay, you will be getting the exact same certificate as the people who are not even coming to the class. Okay, the value of the certificate goes down. If I'm not being rude, the value of the certificate goes down. If the value of the certificate goes down, then putting that certificate on your resume does not help you. Okay, I want to make sure that the students who are coming here, who are getting the certificates via DevTown, have some value to that. When they're adding it up to their resumes, they're getting some value out of it when they're going into their interviews and everything. That certificate actually matters right over there. If I'm not being rude, if I'm giving the certificates to everybody that is there live right over here, that certificate means nothing. Okay, and I don't want to do that. Aditya, it is just for you guys that I'm doing this. Okay. So you're having up till 9:10 to fill out your attendance, guys. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be meeting tomorrow at 7:30. Please be on time, guys. Okay, do not be late. And thank you so much, guys. Again, 2 attendance today, tomorrow as well. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you.